And I am 100% convinced that anybody who has their wealth in U.S. dollars will be just as broke as the people who have their money with Madoff. It's not going to matter. It is going to be destroyed. And I don't know how much time you have. You know, with the dollar dropping 5% a week at this point, I don't know. Could the dollar snap back a little bit? Sure, of course. But what if it keeps falling? What if it's down 5% next week and 5% the week after that? And then what if it drops 10% and another 10%? Who knows? You know, at some point, a year or two from now, the dollar could be dropping 5% a day. The dollar is now sinking on its own weight, and it's going to drop like a stone. And, you know, there's not a lot of time.
I'm preparing for the second worldwide Great Depression.
The bonds are going to collapse. It's not, nobody's going to want them because the money's going to have no value.
I'm preparing to survive the next Great Depression caused by a worldwide economic collapse.
One of the reasons that I've always advocated that my clients take physical possession of at least a portion of their precious metals is because they may need their precious metals to barter for the goods and services that may be in short supply in the aftermath of a currency crisis if all you have is rapidly depreciating fiat currency.
But some have prepared themselves and their children to eat just about anything.
You gonna eat it? Sure.
I am prepping for a series of dirty bomb attacks.
We already sell the Valcambi combi bars, which allow you to break up your gold into 1 gram pieces. But still, with today's gold price, that's like walking around with a wallet full of $50 bills and nobody has any change. So it's still kind of cumbersome. And of course, if I'm right about what's going to happen to the price of gold and silver, you're going to be walking around with bills that are going to be much bigger than 50s. That's why silver is very important when it comes to barter, because silver, being less valuable than gold, it's easy to carry around smaller denominations that are more ideal for buying things like food. So that's why we've come up with our own alternative to junk silver bags. This is the Euro-Pacific Silver Barter Bag, and each bag comes with 250 ounces of 0.999 fine silver.
Get the glove. The what? What? Get the glove. The what? What? Get the glove.
You deserve to be broke.
Get the glove. The what? What? Get the glove. The what? What? Get the glove.
You deserve to be broke.
Get the glove. The what? What? 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 Get the glove. The what? What?
That's right, Petey. What if you get caught in the largest sell-off of gold in a few decades? What if you got caught, you wanted to buy some real money, something that doesn't lose its value? So you bought gold at $1,600. A couple days later, you saw it collapse down to below $1,350. Or maybe you bought it a few months ago at $1,750. Or maybe you were unfortunate enough to buy it at $1,900 a couple of years ago. Come on, end of the scam. Seriously, stop positioning gold as money. That's a scam.
The what? What? Get the glove. The what? What? Get the glove. The what? What? Get the glove. The what? What? Get the glove.
Gold and silver is nothing but gold.
Filthy rich. If the next millionaire is going to be you, filthy rich, you deserve to be broke.
Fortunately, you've got the live video records there on YouTube. You can't hide from the truth anymore.
I wouldn't want any part of the U.S. stock market or the U.S. bond market. Nobody's going to make any real money here.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
But either way, I wouldn't want any part of the U.S. stock market or the U.S. bond market. Nobody's going to make any real money here.
Don't fall for high-pressure sales tactics.
The dollar is now sinking on its own weight, and it's going to drop like a stone. And, there's not a lot of time.
How fucking stupid do you think I am? How fucking stupid do you think I am?
At a certain point, people have to get tired of being wrong.
Well, I don't think there's any chance over time that I'm wrong.
Right, I've been consistently telling people to buy gold since it was under $300
consistently
an ounce.
wrong.
So people who have been following my advice, just go look at the tape.
So you're never wrong. Peter, I think that this is
now,
actually
I didn't say that.
dangerous.
You said
this
that.
Is
but
dangerous.
I will tell you this. I am wrong less often than every other guest that comes on this program, bar none. But by the time it's all over, based on all the bad things the government is doing, I would not be surprised to see the Dow gold price close to 1-to-1.
So you're still long gold, I assume, and you're still recommending gold to your clients?
Yeah. I mean, now I might have to say, instead of just going to 5,000, maybe gold's going to 10,000.
There is no ceiling to the price of gold because there's no floor to the dollar. What is our economic policy? Print money. I mean, gold is not just a commodity, it's a monetary metal. And the reason people are buying real money is because they are losing faith, and rightly so, in fiat money, in paper money. It doesn't work. And so the people who are smart are moving into gold. The problem is most people haven't done it yet. Hardly anybody owns gold. That's the problem.
Can you spot a con
But I know
artist?
it's going to happen. I got a pretty good track record at detecting bubbles. And it's interesting that the people that missed the stock market bubble and missed the real estate bubble think that they see a bubble in gold. That's the one place there isn't a bubble, because gold is reflecting the loss of purchasing power of fiat currencies. Gold is simply telling you how much money, how much value rather, dollars are losing.
Can you spot a con artist?
Our next guest says it is time to buy. He is Peter Schiff of Euro Pacific Capital, author of the little book of Bull Moves. Peter, it is great to have you with us. You've been a gold bull for quite some time. And I'm wondering if you were able to take advantage of this 20% decline to add to your positions.
Yeah, we've been buying, personally I've been buying, particularly in the mining stocks that I think have a lot of value. I was very bullish on gold for 2011, this time 2010. And for most of the year, we had a very strong market. I didn't anticipate the extent of the decline towards the end of the year, although that makes me even more bullish for the prospects for gold for 2012. I think the fundamentals have never been better for gold, and I think prices are going a lot higher.
Gold, the shiny metal, posting a 6th consecutive losing week, and that is the longest losing streak since May of 2004. But that run has not dampened the enthusiasm of our next guest. Take a listen to what he said to us back in September.
The currency that's about to collapse is the dollar, and that means the sky's the limit on gold. It's going to go to 5,000. I mean, it's just a question of when.
Can you spot a con artist?
Peter Schiff of Euro Pacific Capital joins us once again. Peter, it is always great to see you. Happy New Year to you. I think that some people out there might, make the comparison of your comments to a broken clock.
Can you spot a con artist?
What do you say?
Gold down more than 26% this year. By the way, it's on track for its worst quarter on record. Silver, even worse, down a whopping 39% year to date. Peter Schiff, CEO of Euro Pacific Capital, is here. So is Mike Vogelsang, president of Boston Advisors. Peter, I guess...
Can you spot a con artist?
My take is not why gold has collapsed off its highs. I guess my take is, should gold have ever been $19 an ounce in the first place? What's your take?
Can you spot a con artist?
Well, I think so. I think it's headed higher. We are entering back into a recession. We might be in recession by the end of this year.
How can you say
the housing market, housing prices aren't. Let me finish.
Can you spot a con artist?
Housing prices aren't going to keep rising. They're about to roll over and make new post-bubble lows. The Fed is not about to tighten.
Can you spot a con artist?
They're going to do even more QE, not less. I think when the market figures this out, there's going to be a sharp reversal in the price of gold, and I think the people who are selling it now are going to have a big problem trying to buy it back.
Tell me what your target price for gold. Tell me if this is the wrong time limit, but maybe by year end, what do you see for the price of gold? And what would get it there?
Can you spot a con
You
artist?
know, it's hard to tell. You know, I think the bottom is going to drop out of the dollar. I think we have a real economic crisis coming in America that's going to be much worse than the 2008 financial crisis. And I think gold is going to be going up very rapidly when it turns around.
Okay.
Ultimately, I think it goes to several $1,000s an ounce, 5,000 or higher.
Okay.
I doubt it will do it before the end of this year, although anything is possible if we get a currency crisis.
Can you spot a
Fund
con
managers
artist?
suddenly getting cold feet on gold. They cut their net long positions 27% last week. A huge revision to the bearish side. Here to talk about gold and what's in the vault
Can you spot a
is the
con
CEO
artist?
of Euro Pacific Capital, Peter Schiff. But you surely aren't, as an investment advisor, aren't criticizing someone from liquidating a position that's fully into a bear market that's fallen 35% over 2 years.
We don't know if this is an ongoing bull market or really the change into a secular bear. I don't see any of the fundamentals being in place that would support that. I think everything supports the fact that this is yet another buying opportunity in the string of buying opportunities. And in fact, I think this might be the best buying opportunity yet.
Can you spot a con
What
artist?
price in gold are you able to say, you know what, it is a safe haven again? Folks got to get back in the water because a lot of investors got burned in the last year and a half from 1900 down to 1181. But what's that exact level in gold where folks do come back? Is it 1325, 1425?
So whether it's 1300, 1350, where the magic number is, I don't know. But at some point, gold's going to go straight up. It's going to be like a moonshot.
Can you spot a con artist?
Maybe it's going to have to take Janet Yellen to come out and call off the taper. If they continue with the taper and try to exit QE, they will bring about a worse financial crisis than 2008. All the big banks we bailed out will fail again. We'll be in a much worse recession. To avoid that, they have to do more QE.
Can you spot a con artist?
All those things into account, all the factors that you just mentioned. In terms of the gold price for 2014, what's your long-term target for the year?
Well, I don't know where it's going to be at the end of the year. My guess is that it's going to be higher. I think it could be much higher. I think that the outperformance of gold in January can accelerate through the end of the year. I don't think that January is necessarily a head fake. I think it could be a good harbinger of things to come for the balance of 2014.
I can't let you go without asking. You just mentioned gold. I got a lot of tweets this morning when I said I was having you on. Is that the gold bug? All right, gold's at $13.22 an ounce, up $6 on the session today. Where's it going?
It's going a lot higher. You know, the only reason it fell in 2013 was because a lot of the latecomers to the rally at that time jumped to the wrong conclusion at the wrong time. People are optimistic about the U.S. economy. They think we have a real recovery. They think the Fed is going to take away QE and raise interest rates. They're wrong on all fronts. We are relapsing back into recession if we're not already there. And the Fed is going to jack up the amount of quantitative easing. Right. Unfortunately, it's not going to eliminate it. And so gold is going to go ballistic.
All right,
I don't know when this big rally is going to start. But I'm pretty sure.
Can you spot a con artist?
And so we've already turned the corner.
But everybody's wrong but Peter. But Peter's been wrong for so long. He's due to be right.
All right.
No, I haven't.
Peter, I gave you the last word, buddy.